Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me in my living room. I know this is a little bit of a different setup, but I feel like I wanted to get into the holiday spirit and I wanted you guys to see my tree. This is a fake tree, but we have a real one in the basement anyways. So after filming my last video, which was going over all of the trends of 2020, if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. I started thinking about all of the things that I wanted to buy or was influenced to buy this year that I actually didn't buy, and the things that I'm glad I didn't buy, and a few things that I'm like still considering. For most of these, I bought a cheaper alternative or an alternative that maybe was not as popular but would work better for me, for my skin tone, for my skin type. And I honestly feel like that's a better way to go. I kind of just feel like my style is evolving, especially this year because we've been inside for so long. Most of the trends that we have seen come and go have been online. So it's kind of been easier to determine what you actually want to use because no one else is there to see it. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. We talk about more than just trends on this channel. We talk about makeup, skincare, lifestyle. We do vlogging. We talk about mental health. We talk about a lot and I would love to have you join. We also have some of the biggest videos of the entire year coming up on this channel. In the next few weeks, we're going to talk about the best makeup and skincare of 2020. In my humble opinion, if you have a similar skin type to me or you just love makeup, you'll want to stick around for those videos. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the first one, which is the Glossier look, the Glossier skin tint, the Glossier Future Dew. I want to talk about those products in particular. So I feel like the Glossier skin tint vibes really were very popular this year, like very glowy makeup, which is what I talked about in my last video, which I very much love. I like having a lighter coverage look. I like doing the fake freckles. I like all of that. What I can't do is makeup that is literally grease and sliding off of my face. I feel like the Glossier skin tint is made for people with incredibly dry skin who, I don't know, have a photo shoot in 5 minutes for Instagram and then they're gonna take it off. I don't understand how people wear it. If you have even a 1/10 of an oily skin, you can't wear it. And so I feel like all year I've been looking for an alternative or something that would be light coverage, would be able to, you know, blend in with powder or cream products, like something that is just universal, low coverage, very customizable. And I think I finally found it in this skin tint from a company called Arrive Beauty. This is called the Arrive Beauty Skin Boost Perfecting Tint. This has no SPF in it, which was really important to me because I like to be able to customize my skincare before I go in with makeup. It's a very light coverage, but also incredibly skin-like. They formulated it to be on the drier side, which they talk about on their Instagram. I can link their Instagram down below if you're interested, because they don't want it to slide off of your face during the day, which is exactly what I felt was kind of happening with the Glossier. It blends in beautifully. I honestly apply it with my fingers. It does a beautiful job. I mix in the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy serum with it, and I think that it adds a beautiful glow. It is made for people with sensitive skin. It's beautiful. Honestly, I really, really liked it. This has become a favorite of mine this year. I've only had it for a little while, and I honestly think this is a better version of the Glossier skin tint, in my opinion. Another product that I was really interested in from Glossier this year, I got a sample of it. I really wanted this dewy look. It's called the Future Dew. It's like an oil / makeup hybrid. You can use it as a highlighter under makeup, over makeup to really add a glow. But once again, if you have oily skin, you are screwed. There's no way you're gonna be able to use that product. And I was also nervous about it breaking me out, having oil on my skin all day. So my alternative for that is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Guys, I have talked about this product literally into the ground at this point. I think it's been in almost every single video, but I'm just gonna explain it to you one more time. Basically, this is in between a coverage and a highlight style product. I'm gonna insert a clip here of me talking about the 10 things I can't live without, in which this was included in it, so that you can get a better idea of what it is. It's great for all skin types, oily, dry, combination. It doesn't stay tacky or sticky throughout the day, but it's also not drying. It is not a greasy product. It doesn't need to be set, but if you do set it, it still looks beautiful. I mean, truly, have you ever seen anyone so passionate about a makeup item? That should tell you everything you need to know about this. Because this is in between a highlighter and a coverage style product, it's really gonna give you a buildable but natural glow that can be worn under makeup, over makeup, in conjunction with a skin tint, with skincare, with whatever you want. And because it doesn't stay tacky throughout the day, it's really great for oily skin, but also it's not super drying. It's great for all skin types. It's just beautiful. So these together would be my pick to have that Glossier style look without having a super greasy face that's not gonna last. These are amazing. So the next thing is also a fad that I noticed this year especially, which was going absolutely freaking crazy and buying everything from The Ordinary. I feel like people thought, okay, one, the bottle looks very like medicinal, so it has to be legit. They're really inexpensive because it's just this one ingredient, which, trust me, I thought all of this about The Ordinary when I started using them as well, and I do think that The Ordinary has good products. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I think is dangerous about the marketing and the way that The Ordinary is being purchased and used by the general public is that there are very active, highly active, and irritating ingredients included in a lot of their products with minimal instructions, and people are kind of just doing whatever the hell they want to do with them and are reaping a lot of irritation and problems from that. For example, their #1 selling product is an AHA BHA mask. It is an extremely high concentration of acids that is meant to be used like, honestly, it's too harsh for me. I don't know who it's for, but as a mask for like 10 minutes or less, I would use it like once a month, and people on TikTok are putting it on and derma rolling over their face because
I don't know why would you do that?
I just think that everyone went a little crazy for The Ordinary this year. This is the only product that I have left from them. This is the niacinamide 10%, zinc 1%. And honestly, at the time when I bought this, I was really wanting to get into niacinamide, and now I know a little bit more about it, and I realized that I don't really need a 10% concentration of niacinamide. I do think this is a nice product, but if you use a moisturizer with niacinamide in it, you probably don't need a serum. It did help me a little bit with oiliness, but I don't know. I just think everyone went a little crazy this year with The Ordinary, so I'm glad that I didn't go overboard and start buying everything just because it's $6. Just remember that. Just because something is $6 doesn't mean that you need it, which I realize, I know, that's hard, but seriously. The next thing I want to talk about is a specific product that I am glad I didn't buy, which is the Dr. Jart Cicapair Color Correcting Cream. This is a recent TikTok trend of trying this because it is a color correcting cream. It's green, it blends into the skin over time and creates like a flawless looking base. I've had a friend who's used this in the past. It's been a product for a long time, but because it's picked up on TikTok, people are like selling it out everywhere. And I was really tempted to buy it, and then I realized I don't really want this. I don't think the ingredients would work well with my skin. There's a ton of fragrance in it. If I'm going to be using it like skincare, you guys know I prefer not to have that. And I have so many products like this that I already use for light coverage. It just didn't make sense. And I've seen so many people have like a green cast on their skin from it. I just felt like it was hyped up a lot, and I'm very glad I didn't buy into it because I think it's a fad and it's going to like pitter out in just a few weeks. I don't know. Pitter out. Is that right? Pitter out? That's not right. That's not right. Another fad of 2020 that I feel like has kind of come and gone, which is the Gua Sha Tools. What do you guys know about those? I want to know down below because I've seen a lot of people use them and say that they're great for lymphatic drainage. They kind of are these like, you know, the jade rollers. They're like jade rollers except for they're flat, and you like push them along your jawline, and everyone tells you to push it down your neck or up your neck or back to your head or on your ass. Like, I can't keep up with the pattern that you're supposed to do it because if you do it the wrong way, you're gonna drain it the wrong way, and it's just too stressful for me. I was tempted by it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I've had something in my routine for years that I mentioned in my morning skincare routine that just does everything for me, and that is this steel ice roller. I just took it out of the freezer. I keep it in the freezer. This is a steel roller, and I use it under my eyes. I use it on my chin the way that I see people using these Gua Sha tools, but I don't have a method. I just use this to depuff my skin, and it feels really good in the morning. I wake up super puffy, especially because the air conditioning, the heat is turned on at night. So this is a lifesaver for me. It's like $12 from Amazon, and I feel like those Gua Sha tools are really expensive. You have to get an oil to use it. Even though those might work, I just feel like it's a lot of work, and if you want to spend a little bit more time on your skincare routine and really pamper yourself, I think that's a great way to do it. But if you're kind of like me and you just want something to get the job done and help you depuff and not have to worry about like a formula of how to do things,
just get a giant ass roller and roll all your problems away.
Speaking of cold things and fridges and freezers, you already know what I'm gonna say. The skincare fridge. I feel like this year, the skincare fridge really took off for the masses. And to be honest with you, I've wanted a skincare fridge for quite some time. I really like the idea of having something close to me that I can keep my serums in or keep my ice roller upstairs so that I don't have to go down to the kitchen to roll my face while I'm eating bacon and making pancakes. So, you know, I'm just being a little picky here at this point, but it would be nice to keep your sheet masks in. I actually just bought the I think it's called eye patches from Charlotte. She is an amazing TikToker who talks about very real skincare, you know, commentary. I really, really appreciate the way that she adds to the community. So I can leave her tag down below in one of her videos, but it is her company and they are reusable eye masks that you can use with any eye gel you want. And I definitely want to keep those in a fridge and I don't want to keep them with my food. I didn't buy it and I see that it's excessive. However, I'm still feeling like I want one. I don't know. Do you guys have one? Is it excessive? I wonder if my husband bought me one for Christmas and hasn't told me because I've been talking about it for years. I don't know. TBD, I didn't buy it this year and I probably won't. Something that I have seen people doing and something that's blowing up that I cannot endorse and will never endorse is at-home microneedling. I know that we've all been kind of stretched thin with our, you know, beauty secrets this year because we're not able to go get our nails done or get our eyebrows done or whatever it is that we usually do because of quarantine. But getting microneedling done professionally is really, really important. Going to an esthetician or a dermatologist for microneedling for your scars is just the right thing to do. I'm never gonna recommend that you do at-home microneedling, especially with the roller tools. I'll leave a picture of it in. I can leave some sources down below about why you shouldn't at-home microneedle, but if you're buying a kit that is going to roll, it might leave different levels of pricks in your face rather than having a tool from an esthetician who knows exactly the amount of pressure and where to put it, and it's just a lot. And on top of that, I think people who are at home microneedling are using products like going overboard with The Ordinary and then messing up their skin by creating all of these wounds and then filling it with acids or filling it with X, Y, and Z. It's gonna take a lot longer for your skin to heal if you're doing this at home. You don't know the proper treatment and the proper way to take care of your skin afterwards. I did not fall into this trend and I definitely will not be doing it in the future. If you wanna get microneedling done, I would really recommend you reach out to a qualified esthetician or a dermatologist. Another makeup product that I didn't buy at all this year, literally for the entire year, which is crazy for me, is eyeshadow palettes. I didn't buy a single eyeshadow palette and there were a lot going up this year. I mean, ColourPop went absolutely nuts this year with eyeshadow palettes. And I do kind of feel like we're getting away from big eyeshadow palettes like 32 pans like we used to buy, which I do still have some of those, and getting into more single eyeshadows. And I wanted to show you a few today that I thought were standouts of the year, and we will talk about some of these in my best of makeup video, but these are 3 different brands of single eyeshadows that I really do like. First being the Kosas 10-second liquid eyeshadows. These are truly 10 seconds. They were perfect for quarantine, and honestly, they are going to be my favorite eyeshadow of the year. They are incredibly liquidy, but absolutely beautiful. This formula is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. They blend beautifully. They're so easy and create such a beautiful look. And then these are similar in the sense that they are more of a cream to powder formula. So we have the Ilia, these are new. The Ilia Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. This is in the shade Dim. These dry down very quickly. They go from a powder to a cream within seconds. They do take a little bit of time getting used to because you do have to blend them quickly, but they are a really nice look and they don't crease at all. And then lastly, I did pick up the Glossier Sky Wash in the color Palm. I think I maybe picked the wrong color. It's a little light for my skin tone. It shows up a little too light, but it is a very easy formula to just throw on and go. If there is a color in this color family that you like, I do recommend them. I just think that color was maybe too light for me, but I do really like the formula. Another big spending product that I didn't get this year that I kind of wanted to get, but I'm glad I didn't, is the Dyson hair dryer. I have been talking to my husband about wanting a Dyson for years, but they are legitimately $1,000, like $500 for a hair dryer. And I have 6 straight hair. It's not even like I have crazy curly hair that needs like a very specific hair dryer. No, I don't, but I like luxury. I could never bring myself to spend that much money on a hair dryer. Let me tell you, the best hairdryer tool that I have purchased this year, and you can already guess what it is. The Revlon One Step Hair Drying Brush. This thing is $40 and it gives you a professional at-home blowout. I'm not kidding you. It is amazing. It's how I did my hair today. It gives you a little bit of a curl, but mostly straightens and gives you volume. You can do curtain bangs with it. It's not going to give you like a full-on curl. If you want that, you're gonna need to use a curling iron, but for the most part, this is gonna give you everything you need if you have curly or straight hair. I absolutely love it. I haven't touched a straightener in months since buying this, and it saved me about $450 from buying a Dyson. However, I would like a Dyson vacuum cleaner, but that's another story. The last thing that I'm glad I didn't buy this year, but we do have an alternative, is a Peloton bike. I don't know about you guys, but I am not the type of person that is motivated to work out unless I am in a group setting or in a class. My favorite yoga studio literally doesn't exist anymore because of COVID, and so I just haven't had the motivation to work out or like do, you know, floor workouts at home. And I used to go to a cycling studio. Obviously, I'm not right now, and it felt like everyone and their mom was getting a Peloton this year, and they are $2,000. My husband and I were trying to figure out what kind of bike we wanted, if we could find a dupe, if we could find something similar that wasn't as expensive, and we absolutely did. If you have been looking for a stationary bike that is way less expensive but still works well, I will absolutely link this down below. I'll put a picture of it in here. I got it from Amazon. It was still expensive. It's $400, but compared to $2,000, it's a steal. So we still use the Peloton app. The app is first month free, and then I think it's like $12 a month after that. It has really nice cycling classes, but it also has strength classes. It has yoga classes, stretching. It has a ton of stuff in there, which is really nice. We just prop it up on our bike on our iPads, and it's like basically having a Peloton. It's not exactly the same, but if you've done cycling before, you'll easily be able to figure it out and keep on cadence with the instructors. I love it. It's been literally the only way I've been able to motivate myself to work out during all of this, because I was like, honey, you spent a lot of money on the bike. You need to use the bike. And I'm glad that we got it because I needed that motivation. I needed that push. And so to me, it was absolutely worth it, but I'm glad I didn't have to spend the full $2,000 on an actual Peloton. I want to know down below products that you tried and didn't work for you this year that were into the hype, or things that you decided not to buy and now looking back, you're like, thank God I didn't do that. Let me know down below. We are going to connect really soon on the best makeup and skincare of 2020. We're going to go over some Christmas gifts. We're going to go over some goal setting for 2021, which God help us. So I will see you guys in the next video really, really soon. Bye.